top 1 EM, left 1 EM. EM, whatever. What's a good measure one? A good measurement. I don't know. And then we also give it a Z index of like 10. And you can't close it. That's fine. It's out of the way. It's fine. I actually should also like make these arrows highlight. We can do that, I think. We can do that with validation. With the current time, we can add a validation for that. Relatively easily. It's like a small thing I need to fix. It's surprising how much validation work is in general. Like if you're doing anything on web, it's 90% validation or something. Oh. Even a client, it was just all they wanted was having good file validation. What the fuck? I was even looking up how to do it in standard HTML ways with like HTML5 provided validation eliminators and whatever. Kind of interesting. But then again, the other guy just used jQuery and everything was fucked. Where's my life? Why not use standard things? Why not? Right. Let's see, we need to send it over. I'm not sure if this will be sent. Will it send it? Good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy a new machine. Just infuriating how slow this is. Oh, actually do the validation. Right, that's what I wanted to do. Right. At current time. Planning? No. Until time. To look time. Valid. What am I doing? What am I doing? Planning form. Planning form, and you have this post entry form, huh? There's never in a path though. Time. But you are validating it. Valid time widget. The fuck? What are you using now? Oh, this is the old one. Right, if you're... Okay. You're... If you're... if you're a user, like a normal user, you don't get this time input. It's not necessary. You just do it by day. And if you're a planner, you get to see the same. That's what this does. We have data input. We can do this maybe. We get modified time settings. Local time too, maybe. Just overriding it. I'm not even getting the errors. This is really old code. This is one of the first things I wrote in Reflex. It's not even that handy then to use. Okay. Alright. Let's look at time settings. Is this fixed, by the way? No. Why? Plan in errors. What's your style? Network. CSS. What's your style? Oh, you don't have the new style. That's a problem. Is it because you didn't copy it over, or we need to restart server? How do you get style in the first place? Where does it come from? What does make say? It's probably build, isn't it? Build.js. Right, so you need to copy over everything in static. So we need to fire build.js again and then it works. Okay. That's easy. Let's just modify something. Let's start building again. So now it should copy it over. We'll fix this as well. UTC time. We don't care about it here. No, not true local time. What am I doing? That's fine actually. We can do here UTC time. UTC time, which is the current time. Which can be ignored in this case. In this case, we'll do cur. And for time settings, we already have the validation as well. Time settings. That is valid. That is valid indeed. This is a lens. This is a lens for a function. Validate time, huh? The question is, does it compose? Can I add an extra validation on top of this validation? Yes, you can, because a validation is duplicative. Need to put it in the context. Like, otherwise it's in only local scope available. So now it's available everywhere. And yeah, this is a big module. I think this is one of my bigger ones. Someday I may split it up with like settings and whatever. Validate time, and then we do another validation. Relevant scope formats. Whoa. Don't know about format, huh? That's fine. We can do crappy format. Just whatever. It's not worth it. Oh wait, this is time. We don't care about time though. This is local. Oh, this is local time. Maybe we do care about time then. Does this have days? Collected. Oh, it's actually... It has a time of day. It's not... This thing has this form is returning a time of day, is not actually returning a date. So we don't know if it's in the past or not, because the time of day is not enough to know if it's in the past. So we can just ignore this one. Cool. It was a waste of time. Can undo everything here as well. Data input. Yeah, this is trashy. Okay, cool. Let's see if the error message worked. Like we fixed it before in CSS. But it's a bit more, it's a bit less ugly now. Because the form doesn't get ragged all over if we make an error. So, like, this leads me to conclude that we only gonna make this one red if we do it in the past. And that's like probably the most likely case anyway. And we may also do like a repeat on, no, probably won't. Well, we could. Well, we could. Yeah, we could. No, because it's in dynamic. So this thing is in dynamic, so we can't do any validation stuff. But at the moment, like the way I wrote that data input is pure data input settings. Pure. Go to input settings. I don't think it has access to time, so we can't do any validation boost or any. Saying that, but maybe we can. Maybe I should be able to give it an extra input or something. Then it would just work. But then I need to add another type variable to here. Input settings things is well, it's actually doing its thing kind of nice, but it's not really flexible enough for my use case. Also, this is an invariant functor. Because I have this one in negative and this one in positive, ergo it's invariant. But it's doubly invariant, because if they have this one in positive and this one in negative. Doubly invariant functor. You see that often, right? It's fucking annoying to have that as well. Because you can't change these types easily. Like you can't even use, you can't use lenses to change this thing. Because if you change this one, the other one also has to change. But you can't do it with a lens, you can only access one field. So yeah, this fucks up my lens usage for this thing. Which is really frustrating. So I have many gripes about this thing. But yeah, it does a job for now, and it's slightly better than the original. Okay, we need to refresh. Refresh. Compile, refresh. Our Haskell compilers. We need to think about our program while we're waiting for the compilation. That's how we get quality programs. We just have a lot of time to think about things. It's also why you get interested in like philosophy and whatever. Category theory. Actually, category theory turns out to be useless, but it's a big time sink. And you know, if you're waiting on compile times, then having that time sink is just beautiful. Yeah, we were talking about isomorphic functors. Why would you want to have an isomorphic functor? Well, I'll tell you. If you have two functors, you're approaching a monad. Well, if you have a morphism between two different functors, you basically have a monad. That's just a thing. And yeah. Come on, man. Takes a while. It takes a while indeed. Sometimes it goes faster if I switch between tabs. That's true. I'm just not super distracted all the time. It makes it go faster. Really. Like moving the mouse on the old Windows machine. Oh, look at that. It's because I'm moving the mouse. That's how that works. No, broke. Broke. Did I not trash the Is it really? Really? Are you kidding me? Actually, we could have tested this way faster, but it's using curl. What am I doing? Cool. No, we got the right one. It's just the browser being annoying. I wish there was a way to... From disk, there you go. Cache. Clear browser cache. Do you want to keep cache? Yes. I bet I'm logged out now. No? Oh. Don't disk. No disk. Chrome is really aggressive in caching. You can see. Good for him, right? It was faster. Doesn't GSC run in interpreter mode? Compile expressions entered instead of bytecode interpreting them? No, GCGS sucks. Well, you can. I think there's like GCGS I, but I don't know how it works. Oh, there's a presentation about it. Maybe we should watch that. Oh, actually, I saw that one. Yes, I'm talking to the bot again. Like, nobody's saying anything in chat, so we might as well talk to the bot, right?